So hello students, how are you? We are back to learn with fun after the puja holidays. I hope all of you have spent these holidays with safety and precaution, as you know coronavirus is still there among us. In today's video we are going to talk about the chapter 16, a busy month. In this chapter, we will talk about the bird's nest, the beaks, the claws. But in this video, we will talk about how they make their nest, means where they live, their home. A home of a bird is the nest. And also remember that I told you in between the video I will be asking few questions that you have to write the answer in your EVS copy. So listen very carefully and also see the video and enjoy yourself while you learn. I request all of you to see the video until the last second because I will be asking questions again, I am telling you, and that answer you have to write by your own. You have to write so that it will be your practice to write the answer that will enhance your skills and capacities. Just like today's video, we will learn about the skills and capacities of the birds. Different birds, how they make their nest in different ways. And that's going to be very interesting. Like the birds are so much skillful that after years of practice, they make such perfect nest. You will get to know few amazing facts in between also. So let's start. The first page, here there is a letter. You can see on the topmost right hand side, it is written Bal Mandir, Bhavnagar, 13 April 1936, which means this letter was written at 1936, 13 April on 1936. Now it starts like this. Dear children, it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There are no clouds in the sky. The sun is burning hot. I think that is a summer day afternoon. Okay, next. The sparrows, doves and sunbirds have started working in pairs and they prepare to make their nest. Now it's time to make the nest for the birds. Some of the birds have already made their nest. In some of the nest, the eggs have hatched. Means the little birdies have come out from the eggs. The parents' birds are busy feeding the chicks with different kinds of insects. In our courtyard, there are also birds. On the way to Gopal Bhai's house, there are many stones along the roadside. You can see in your surrounding also when you go by, there are few stones on the side of the road and somewhere in between. And in the space between these stones, an Indian robin has laid his eggs. Bachchu Bhai showed it to me. I looked through the binoculars. It means the Indian robin lay their eggs or they make their nest in between the rocks. Remember this. I saw that the nest was made of grass. On top there were soft twigs, roots, wool, hair and cotton wool. So by taking all these things, they make the nest soft and ready to lay eggs. This is how the robin makes his nest. What a soft and cozy home for his chicks. The robin is not like the crow. You can see the picture. The picture is the difference between a crow and a robin. Both are black in color, but they look different. A crow's nest is made of all kinds of things, even pieces of wire and wood. I saw a baby bird in the robin's nest. It was sitting with its beak wide open. The mouth was red, but from inside, in a little while the robin flew to the nest and put something in the chick's open beak. Maybe a few small insects. By then it was evening. The robin settled down with its chick. So now you know the baby bird means the chicks. Usually they have red inside their beaks. Their mouth is red. So you can see in the surrounding also, if you watch the bird very carefully, inside the nest, if you see a nest, inside of it, if you see a chick, a baby bird, you can see their mouth is red from inside, and also the mother bird come with food to feed them, because they cannot fly with their own, so they need feeding by the mother or father bird. Similarly, crows also do this, as they are also bird. Now, here is one amazing fact that I told you. We will be discussing few amazing facts. You know that the quail sings sweetly, but do you know that this bird does not make its own nest? Yes, they do not make their own nest. It lays its eggs in crow's nest. My goodness, they are so clever. The crow hatches them along with its own nest. Means the crow's eggs and the quail's eggs cannot be separated if you see them from a distance, and crow also cannot distinguish them, cannot differentiate between them. So the crow hatches the eggs with his own eggs. Now there is a small tree nearby. It has a nest hanging from its branch. Birds are so wonderfully different. The crow builds its nest high up on the tree. The dove makes its nest among the thorns of a cactus plant or a mehendi hedge. Mehendi hedge is a bush. Mehendi plant bush. Sparrows can be found all around our house. It makes its nest by different things. Like here we are talking about the nest of different things. Like sparrows, they will make their nest anywhere. On the top of a cupboard, behind a mirror, or on a ledge. Similarly, pigeons also do the same. Pigeons also make their nest like this. Often they make nest in old or deserted building. So if you have seen, the pigeons also make their nest in some buildings where people do not stay. So they are deserted and old buildings. Similarly, the barbet or the coppersmith, they make their nest differently. How? In summer you have heard tuk 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 call. It is their sound. It makes its nest in a hole in a tree trunk. They make a hole in the tree trunk and they live there. And the tailor bird uses its sharp beak to stitch together two leaves on a bush that you can see on the picture. It lays its eggs in the fold of the leaf that it has made, and this is his nest. Now you can see the tailor bird, as the name suggests, it is a tailor by nature. It has not learnt to stitch by anybody, but nature have made this bird like this. So beautiful and so much skillful. The sunbird makes a nest that hangs from the branch of a small tree or a bush that you can see in the picture. From the branch it will be hanging, and they make the nest so beautiful and so strong that it can withhold, it can take strong winds also. Nothing will happen to the nest. So you can imagine how talented these birds are. The same evening we saw a sunbird's nest. Can you guess what its nest is made of? The nest has hair, grass, thin twigs, dry leaves, cotton wool, bits of tree bark, pieces of cloth, rags, and even spiders' cobwebs. So all these things, they actually take small things in small time. So it takes a lot of time to make a proper nest by taking all these things, by arranging all these things. When I looked through the binoculars, I could see a chick in the nest. It was sitting near the small opening in the nest. It was waiting for its mother to bring some food. What else can do it? Just eat and sleep, just like a baby. Yes, they are small chicks. They are going to eat and sleep until they are big enough to find their food by their own. Now another amazing fact. Do you know about the weaver bird? The male weaver bird make beautifully woven nest The female looks at the nest and chooses the one that she likes the best and decide in which to lay her eggs. Means the weaver male birds, they make the nest and they try to make it best, because the female will choose the best nest and there only they will lay their eggs. So here is an amazing fact about the weaver bird. Similarly, we have learnt that a weaver bird is not only talented but it is so much hardworking that it will take so much time to make their perfect nest, and they try to make it perfect for the female weaver bird. All the birds are so busy these days. Making a nest and laying the eggs is only the first step. It is a difficult task to raise the young ones in the nest, which had been made with so much effort. You can imagine how much hard work has been gone through. Birds have many enemies like humans and other animals too. Yes, humans, we are also the enemies of bird, because few children or few human beings you will see, they will throw stones on the nest of these birds and it will damage their nest forever. This should not be done. Crows and squirrels, cats and rats, all of them wait for the chance to steal the eggs. Many times even they break the nest. To keep oneself safe from danger, to find food, make nest, hatch the eggs and raise the chicks safely. All these are tests for every bird. So the bird goes through so much struggle every day to protect itself, its eggs and its chicks and also its nest. So we should all be a little bit sensitive towards it and should not play a role in their danger. And see how the birds still sing with joy and spread their wings and fly freely. So this is something we should learn from the birds. After so much struggle, then also they will sing with joy and will fly so freely and happily in the sky. Now this is the end of the letter. So that is all for now. Salam, blessings from your Guju Bhai. Now in this video we have learnt about the letter that Guju Bhai had written. And also we have learnt about the different kinds of bird, their nest, and also a very important thing that we should all care about the animals and birds. Children, we all should be sensitive towards them. Now, the question that I want to ask. These are also there in your book and you are going to write the answer of this question in your EVS copy by yourself. Whatever you think of the answer will be, you write it. First, how many years ago did Guju Bhai write this letter? You will get the answer from the chapter only. Find out how old your grandfather and grandmother were at that time. You will count their age, and by counting their age, you can count the year in which Guju Bhai had written the letter, and then you can cross-check. And then you will tell how old your grandfather or grandmother were. This letter talks about many different birds. How many of these birds have you seen? You will write how many birds you have seen. So all of you might have different answer, but whatever your answer is, you have to write in your own copy. Next is how many other birds have you seen and which one? Write the names of those birds. Similarly, the next question also that you have seen on the screen. Now, I will like to tell you that whatever we have learnt in this chapter or in this video, we will remember that. Means sensitivity towards the birds and animals. We should not harm them. We should care for them. And you should keep a little bowl of water in your terrace or in your balcony so that the birds who are thirsty, after the whole day, they can drink water from there. That's all for today's video. I hope you all have enjoyed while you have learnt also. See you in the next video. Stay safe and study hard, children.